Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. And today I'm gonna get ready with you guys, so let's get started. And I'm gonna talk a little bit about my life because I never really do that, so I thought, why not start doing it today? Don't ask me why. I am currently, except for this video, trying to do a little bit of vocal rest, but I'm pretty terrible at that, to make sure that my voice isn't like this at the end of the week because I have a performance. So yeah, I am actually a student and I work as a dance teacher, but I'm also still a student to become a primary school teacher. And I love to dance. Obviously, I'm a dance teacher for 14 hours a week. And I'm also well, if you're a student, you also have to do like an internship, so I do that 2 to 3 days a week. And then I go to school in the evenings, and I really don't know what to say about myself. But that's kind of my life at the moment. I probably will be done at the end of this year with my school, with my like education. And then I'm gonna do one more course to better myself as a dance teacher, and then I think I'll be done with studying for some time. So I'm just putting on, I just put on my Bondi Sands sunscreen and e.l.f. Buff Buff primer. And now I'm putting on my, what are you called? Oh, W7 HD concealer. And I put a little bit of this Catrice Clean ID Glow Prime and Fix spray and this water aqua spray. Doesn't really matter what brand you get, except for the spritzer can be nicer or not so nice. So I think this is good. Let's grab a mirror because oh no, it actually looks quite nice. Okay, now let's powder. All my pressed powders are done, which is kind of hard because I'm not really a loose powder kind of girl, but now I'm forced to use a loose powder. So it's not that like I hate loose powders or something. I just don't tend to use them when I have the choice because I just feel like it always flies everywhere. It's always not enough or just too much. I never can seem to apply the right amount, and that's my problem. I mean, it's not like, again, I know a lot of people love loose powder, but I just don't. And also, so far, every powder that I've used seems to give me flashback. So now every time I use a loose powder, I'm scared that it will give me flashback. Okay. This is quite a nice powder. I mean, it makes my skin look nice and like seamless. It's the Catrice Light Illusion Yellow Matte Loose Powder in Yellow Matte. And I do enjoy it. It's just like not really my kind of vibe. Now I'm using my e.l.f. bronzer. I really need to switch up my makeup routine a little bit more because I'm using the exact same products over and over. lately. But I want to, I have some school projects to finish, and after I have done that, I think I'm gonna switch up my makeup routine and like get myself like a new, well, like reorganize my everyday makeup bag so that we have some other products, because that's also more interesting for you guys. If it's always the same products I'm using, it's not that surprising anymore. So if there are products that you really want to see me use that you saw in the declutters that are still coming, partially, or if there's like any new product on the market or like older products that you want to see me use, then please let me know, because I'm very open to using different products. I just am kind of like stuck in my own routine, also because I'm still trying to use some products up, so it's kind of hard to um, mix it up when you're trying to use things up. No. Okay, I love Catrice and Essence as brands. I hate them for their packaging because their packaging always breaks. I'm now using this blush, which seems super bright, and it is, as you can see. And I actually tapped it off and like put it on my hand. But I do really, really like this color, and I did swirl my brush around in it quite hard. So it's definitely buildable if you just don't swirl your brush in it, but just like dab. Now I'm gonna take my bronzer brush and go over that and just make sure it's nice and blended with the bronzer. Okay. Now I really want to use the highlighter that I used yesterday because I really liked it. It's from this palette, but I still have two highlighters in my project pan, and I just really, really want them to be done. And we're so close. I mean, look at that. Some people would have already declared it to be done. I can't do that. I need it to be done or broken. I don't repress things. I will still try to use them when they're a little bit broken, but when they're like shattered all over, I'm not gonna repress them, because I tried to repress things in the past and it always ended up crumbling all over other things, and I'm just not into that. And the other highlighter I'm trying to use up, we're also almost done with. I think this will take like 3 more months, maybe even, because this is a tough one. This is one that doesn't really want to go. And this will never go easy. Like, this is not one that is like, haha, we're done. Surprise. Like, I mean, this is one that will be staring at me for like 3 more months, but okay. So that is, let's get back to the story. So that is what I'm doing. I think I always wanted to be a teacher, and I'm very happy that I can be a dance teacher and a primary school teacher. The reason is because I love doing both for different reasons. So I love being a dance teacher because I can share my passion, and I love just seeing the different age groups and, you know, seeing them grow throughout the years. And also being creative myself. But I love teaching primary school, preferably a little bit of the older kids, because those children I can actually build a bond with over a shorter time. So the kids that I teach dance, they I see them like once a week, maybe twice for children that do dance twice a week, but I will not build up a bond with them as fast as I will with children that are in my class that I see for an entire day, uh, for like 3 days a week or something. So I like the combination of both of those. And that is really exciting to me that I will be able to maybe combine both in my daily schedule. But we'll see how things go. I first need to finish up my last few projects, then we're done. Yeah, what can I tell about myself? I really like to sing, but I don't really spend much time on it, which I should maybe spend more time on it so I can get better, but I don't. So I don't get better. That's, it seems so logical, but um and obviously I really like doing makeup. I started doing makeup when I got into the dance academy. Sorry, Academy of Dance Education, because I studied to be a dance teacher, not to be a dancer. Um but I studied that, and then like suddenly my biggest hobby turned into my study, aka my job. And I don't know if other people, that have been that make their that have made their hobby into their job have this similar feeling, but I suddenly, especially because there's still like, for me there was an enormous amount of pressure when I went to the Academy of Dance Education. I had quite a hard time there, and so for me, suddenly dance was not my hobby anymore. I couldn't dance like carefree anymore because it was something that I always needed to be and get better in and better at. And it wasn't something I could do anymore just for fun. That element of it had gone. And because of that, I noticed that I needed something new. However, I was in school for like the most part of the day. So like I came home quite late at night, and then you know, I was tired and all of that. So I wasn't gonna wow. I really have good, like, my brains are not really functioning today, I feel like. Um so when I got home, I was physically really tired and also mentally quite exhausted, but I wanted something to do other than dance because I didn't want my life to be just like fully dance and work, because that would make it still evolve almost entirely around dance, and I really wanted to also have an outlet. And so I was terrible at makeup before that. I needed to do makeup sometimes for performances, but I was not good at it. And then throughout that year, I started watching makeup videos, buying makeup, doing makeup, especially when my boyfriend at the time was like had like a meeting or something at night, or like in the evening, I mean. Then I would just do my makeup and then take it off, and nobody would ever see it, but I just loved doing something with my hands and color, and through doing it, I obviously became better at it, because that's how things generally work. Not always, I know, but like most of the time when you practice, you get better. And that was the case for me with makeup. So in the beginning, I was like pretty terrible at it, but at some point I actually became quite good at it, and people started commenting on, my makeup looked nice, and for me that was like really nice because that meant that I had an identity outside of dance and outside of that part, and I really enjoyed that. And but also just, it really gave me a certain calm. I used to like knit or like do something like that when I was younger, when I was nervous or stressed out, because it really helps me to be busy, like with my hands, like fiddling and stuff like that. And what I love about doing makeup is, first of all, you know, playing with color, playing with and in making a different look every day, and being creative and having to think about how I can use this eyeshadow in more than one way and all of that. But also, what I also really like is it forces you to take care of yourself, because, sitting and doing makeup is literally me time. And when I do my makeup, I'm forced to look myself in the mirror, look at the colors I'm using, and really focus on myself. And that is something I sometimes have a hard time with, focusing on myself, taking care of myself. So doing makeup really helps with that. And wait. And what I love about doing makeup in that scenario is that it is always gonna be good. So obviously I have days where I'm like, okay, yeah, well, this didn't turn out the way I wanted to, but I can always take it off. I'm not afraid to leave the house without makeup. I'm not uh I don't always have to wear makeup. I'm not like, oh, I need to. But I do enjoy it. I do enjoy wearing makeup. I also like doing makeup on others. It does freak me out as well because I'm obviously not a professional makeup artist. So when I do makeup on friends, I'm always scared that it won't turn out great. Or also, I obviously know my own eye shape pretty well, but I don't know their eye shape as well. And I don't know techniques for their eye shape as well as I know. I mean, I know some, but not the same as I know my eye type. So, for example, I will never put dark shades only on the outside. So you'll see me dragging the crease in completely. And there's a reason for that, because I have my eyes hang down towards the outer part. So if I darken that up, I emphasize that part, which will make it look like it's hanging even more. So I decide not to do that. But that's not the same for every eye shape. So in some eye shapes, it will look very pretty, like almond shaped eyes. It looks super feathered out, which is super gorgeous. But I'm a little bit less like confident with those techniques because I don't do them as often because they don't look good on me. Alright, I think we're kind of even, are we? I really don't know at this point. I also don't know yet if I like this. But, oh, by the way, I didn't tell you what I was using. I was using this McGrath. What is this? Mothership Celestial Divinity. I do have to say McGrath is really big on putting stickers on things, which I know a lot of people have a problem with. I don't necessarily, but I get it. You spend a lot of money and then there's stickers. So I get that people don't like it. I personally don't mind, but I understand. So now I'm going to put on a glitter primer as the base for my shimmers. By the way, if you're ever wondering about my nails, you should totally follow Happy Life Nails, Happy Life of Nails on Instagram. She's a friend of mine, and she does nails. She does such a good job. It's always gorgeous whatever she does, and I'm always super happy. Right now I have blue and gold, and the blue also has a little sparkle. And I'm always so happy and excited to go to her, get a new color. This is gel polish, so I don't have these are my own like actual nails, but it's natural nail hardener, and it's on natural nails and then like gel polish. I don't know how to explain. So I just put on the shade, what are you called? Electron, which is the shade right here that shifts to from a copper to a purple. Okay, maybe you can see if I show you in the mirror. See that shade is a copper here, but like a purple there, or like it shifts. I can't really explain, but it's very nice. Do I want to put on something else? These shades are so gorgeous. They shift so beautifully. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit of this in the inner part. And then I'm gonna put a little bit again of that color to mix it in. Okay, now I'm just throwing things on and it's not getting better. We should just stop it right here. Let's take that first shade again and kind of brush all over what we put on. One more time. I do like that we have different colors in the base now, but I do feel like we need to go back. Okay, I like this. Let's not do too much. I do think, okay, this is a pretty expensive palette, but I got this because it came like 4 months later than I ordered it. I got a discount or for free or something. And I do think it's worth it because you have some very pretty duochromes, threochromes, shifty shades. It's absolutely gorgeous. The only thing I do have to say is I don't use this palette much or as much as I want to because of the simple reason that there's only 3 mattes and that I don't feel like all the shimmers cooperate with the mattes. And what I mean with that is if you want to build a matte look with this palette, you have these 3 mattes, so this one and then that and that one. And so if you want to use this one, this is neutral, but you have to use it with this one because you don't have a lighter shade. And so what am I going to do with the green and the gold down there? And those don't really match with the mattes. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. Oh my god, my table is like super gross. Makeup everywhere. Okay, let's finish this up. Let's do a little mascara. So I put on my mascara. And now I have no clue what to put on the lips. You know what I'm going to put on my lips? My Big O lip balm. This is one of my favorite lip balms. One of my favorite lip products, I think. It's by Buxom and it's like plumping lip balm that kind of changes the color of your lips. So this is the finished look. with a Pat McGrath palette. I hope you liked it. You'll see this in the ranking of the end of the month. My ranking for January is coming up. And thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, all of that good stuff. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!